Seneca was a senator in Rome and the ruler Nero's advisor. His writings are about many different things, from ethics to natural science, but he is best known for writing about how important it is to use your time properly. The Stoics thought that time was the most valuable thing, and Seneca strongly felt that you should value your time and use it in a useful way. In his moral essays and letters, Seneca gives useful tips on handling your time that are still useful today. This video will look at 8 important ideas from Seneca that can help us handle our time better and live a happier, more meaningful life. Seneca's advice on managing your time stoically is still useful today, from valuing time over things to reflecting every day. Number 1. Memento Mori. Remember that you will die. The Latin phrase Memento Mori means remember that you will die. This Stoic practice involves regularly reminding yourself of the inevitability of death. Why contemplate something so grim? Seneca believed that reflecting on death helps us lead less frivolous lives by distinguishing what is worthwhile. If we only have limited time left, we should spend it wisely. Remembering that our lives are finite makes the present moment more precious. Knowing we cannot delay important goals and relationships until someday creates urgency. Memento Mori provides perspective on what matters and motivates us to make the most of our time. Contemplating mortality reminds us not to sweat the small stuff. We tend to get wrapped up in trivial problems and petty grievances. But most of our daily irritations won't matter in the grand scheme of things. Memento Mori puts life's annoyances into context. Overall, remembering death periodically makes us less complacent. It shocks us out of the illusion that we'll live forever. Memento Mori inspires us to live well, pursue passions, mend relationships, and leave a legacy. Awareness of mortality gets us unstuck from mindless routines and focused on intentional living. Number 2, value your time more than your possessions. Seneca believed that we should value our time more than our possessions. He taught us that we waste too much time accumulating things that don't matter. Seneca wrote, "No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have." The Stoic philosophy emphasizes that we have limited time on earth. Our time is our most precious resource. We can always acquire more possessions, but we can only get a little time. Seneca advised examining how we spend our days. We should focus on using our time for purposeful activities that enrich our lives and help others. Too often, we squander time on meaningless pursuits and idle distractions. Develop the mindset of cherishing each day. Reflect on whether your daily activities align with your values and priorities. Aim to spend time on endeavors that nourish your spirit and contribute value. Let go of the tendency to want more possessions. Reduce meaningless activities that consume your hours. Appreciate that your most asset is the gift of this day. Focus on how you spend your time rather than accumulating things. Number 3, be ruthless to the things that don't matter. Seneca advised being ruthless and cutting out anything unnecessary that does not contribute to your main goals and priorities in life. This could include distracting hobbies, social media, aimless web browsing, and trivial conversations. Ask yourself, does this activity help me live a meaningful life and achieve what is important to me? If not, consider reducing or eliminating it. Being ruthless protects your limited time and mental energy so you can fully focus on your top priorities. It also reduces stress and information overload from too many unnecessary tasks and distractions competing for your attention. If an activity does not align with your values and goals, do not feel obligated to keep doing it. Be picky and say no to trivial demands on your time. Protect your schedule for people and activities that truly matter. Streamline obligations and routines to maximize time for what you deem most important. Cutting the unnecessary fluff from your schedule creates space to pursue your purpose with clarity and focus. Essentially, be ruthless to be present, engaged, and intentional with how you spend each day. Number 4. Daily review. Seneca advised taking time at the end of each day to reflect on how your time was spent. He recommended asking yourself questions like, what bad habits did I fall into today? Where did I waste time? What opportunities did I miss? Reflecting at the end of each day can help you identify areas where you may be wasting time or procrastinating. It also allows you to course correct and focus on using your time better the next day. Seneca saw the daily review as an essential exercise. Taking just a few minutes each evening to analyze your time provides valuable insights that can help you continuously improve. Over time, the practice leads to better daily habits and productivity. The daily review ensures you remain mindful of how you spend your precious time. It keeps you accountable to yourself, and it helps cement the lessons learned to avoid repeating the same time-wasting activities. In this way, Seneca used the daily review as a cornerstone habit in managing time effectively. Number 5. Do it now. Seneca believed in acting promptly rather than putting things off. He taught that procrastination leads to mental unease and anxiety. They weigh on our minds when we delay acting on important tasks. Seneca advised doing things immediately rather than postponing them to some vague future time. This applies to both minor tasks and major projects. You avoid the stress of letting things pile up by tackling them right away. Acting promptly also leads to a sense of confidence and accomplishment. Rather than delaying actions out of fear or uncertainty, dare to begin. Deal with challenges as they arise rather than anticipating difficulties ahead of time. According to Seneca, idleness leads to restlessness, while action cultivates calm. Even if you can only dedicate a small amount of time to a task, make some progress now instead of waiting. Only let days slip by with moving forward. The relief and fulfillment you will feel by acting now is greater than the temporary escape of putting things off until later. Number 6. Time off has a purpose. Seneca believed free time should be used for reflection, contemplation, and intellectual growth, not mindless entertainment. He saw leisure as an opportunity to nourish the soul, not waste time on distractions. According to Seneca, true leisure involves activities that stimulate the mind and spirit. He recommended time off to study philosophy, ponder deep questions, and reflect on one's purpose and values. Reading, writing, learning, and having meaningful conversations are examples of leisure activities that Seneca endorsed. Rather than using breaks to zone out in front of the TV, he would advise using the time to develop inner wisdom, self-understanding, and mental strength. Leisure nourishes the soul when you devote it to personal growth and contemplation, not superficial amusements. Seneca saw time off as precious and urged people not to squander it on meaningless pursuits. Number 7. Avoid busyness. Being constantly busy means you need to be more productive. Often, we fill our days with low-priority tasks or busy work to feel productive. But this results in being busy while accomplishing little. Seneca emphasized focusing your time on meaningful and purposeful activities instead of defaulting to busyness. Make sure to distinguish the two. Being occupied does not equate to a day well spent. Instead, thoughtfully plan how you invest your time. Focus on prioritizing the important over the urgent. Target the 20% of tasks that yield 80% of your results. Say no to additional commitments that don't align with your goals. Delegate or eliminate activities of low impact. Guard your time wisely, instead of being busy just for the sake of it. Direct your efforts toward purposeful and fulfilling work. Be productive in ways that move you forward. Number 8. Focus on what matters. Seneca taught us to focus our time and energy on what truly matters in life rather than get caught up in unimportant tasks and busy work. It's easy to get distracted by urgent but ultimately less meaningful activities. Seneca advised evaluating your values and goals and prioritizing those over merely critical tasks. For example, busy work assignments at your job may create a sense of urgency, but contributing to a passion project could be more meaningful. Family and relationships may matter more than housework. Reflection may matter more than answering every email. Seneca said we waste much time bustling about unimportant things and we let the years slip by. Instead, focus on people and pursuits that align with your values. Devote time to what nourishes your soul. Disregard the unnecessary. Cut out the busy work. Direct your limited time here toward what truly matters most. In conclusion, implementing even a few of Seneca's techniques can lead to less stress, better focus, and more meaningful use of our limited time. We may not be able to add more hours to our days, but we can certainly use Seneca's advice to make the most of our hours. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, leave your comment, and share your insights. We look forward to hearing about your transformation journey, and remember, change starts with a single step. Thank you for watching.